Hey folks, this is Billy D.K.Y., the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be a video for my Following the Way of Growth blog, and it's going to be Question Everything. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is read it line by line and commentate on it as I go through it. And it looks like it's going to be close to 10 minutes. Anyway, you have to question things to grow. You can't just walk through life not asking questions and expect your mind to grow. Next sentence. However, you do not need an immediate answer. It's joyful to have a mystery to solve. And people get in a lot of trouble by wanting an immediate answer. It's important to ask the question, let your mind mull it over on its own, and just let the answer come to you. I'm not saying let go of the question, just let it churn in your mind without trying to force an answer. Next sentence. And back up just a second. Look at Sudoku puzzles. People love to solve things. I mean, it's joyful to have mysteries to solve. I mean, that's the joy of science, is there's so many mysteries. Each question you ask makes 3 more questions. So it's a wonderful thing. It allows you to grow in so many ways. Next sentence. There are 2 ways we fail with questions. To not ask questions, which leads to stagnation, which we talked about. Or to force answers, which leads to agitation. So when you try to force an answer, all you're doing is making yourself mad. Oh, I know it's there. I know it's there. Oh, I can't remember that name, and I'm going to try to make. Just let it come to you. Don't force it. You know how when you sit in the you're in the shower, and all of a sudden the answer comes to you? Why is that? Because you started relaxing. Ask the question, but be relaxed. Okay. Next paragraph. When the answer comes to you, When the answer comes to you, you need to be open to it. Many times the answer isn't what we want, so we either reject it or manipulate it to fit our cherished beliefs. You need to be honest with yourself. I think that pretty much just states, I mean, you cannot say, oh, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, don't tell me. You've got to be open to it, and when it comes, you're like, oh, I don't want that, I don't want life to be like that, I want it to be like this. That's tough, you have to accept it. If the sooner you let go of what, like I said in my tweets video, what you don't accept makes you miserable. So the sooner you come to accept reality the way it exactly is, the sooner your life will be enjoyable and lived fully. Next sentence. However, not all answers are correct. Each answer should be verified against reality and produce results before being relied upon. So you may have, I've had thoughts come up that weren't true. That's why you have to investigate. Is there evidence to back that up in reality? You know, I have thoughts all the time. I got to test them. I mean, I ain't saying you have to get a little scientific experiment, but look in reality. See if it backs you up. Is there anything else in life that backs you up? The truth repeats itself endlessly. So if it's an honest, productive thought, then you'll see it in reality in other places. Next sentence. Be open-minded, but not gullible. A lot of people they're gullible, and they know they're gullible, so to defend themselves from being tricked, they close their mind, which is not the right thing to do. When you close your mind, you become more gullible. It's okay to get tricked occasionally, as long as you're not tricked forever. And anyway, let's go to the next paragraph. We're going to run out of time. Since we are our own worst enemy, the most important thing to question is ourselves. Ego. Question your own ego. We carry around all kinds of false beliefs that just aren't so, which cause us untold trouble. As a result, our perception of life is skewed. Okay. And I sort of meant to say this up at a couple sentences back. You've got to let go of your cherished beliefs. Or you don't have to let go of them, but you do have to question them. You'll find that most of the time they're not true, not even close to true, and you'll find that they've been causing you untold burdens in your life, that if you'll let go of them, you can actually feel it. I mean, I've had to let go of cherished beliefs, and oh my gosh, you can just feel the freedom. You feel your load in life. You feel your mind's more free, and you're like, holy crap. And it encourages you to let go of more cherished beliefs and even more cherished beliefs. So anyway, and when you hold those cherished beliefs in your mind, you can't see reality, so all the information you're taking in is skewed, and it makes life harder on you instead of easier. So let go of your cherished beliefs. Trust me, they're not worth holding on to. You see this in science too, when an experimenter comes into an experiment with preconceived notions that influence the outcome of the experiment, which makes it hard or impossible for others to verify their claim. So when you come into an experiment in science with a preconceived notion, you're doing nothing but making it hard on yourself and others. And you're going to come up with erroneous results. And it's the same thing in your spiritual path. The sooner you get over your cherished beliefs and preconceived notions, the better off you'll be. And this is obvious in religion. I mean, religion has so many cherished beliefs and so many preconceived notions that its mind is almost completely shut down from learning. Okay, next sentence. To grow optimally, you have to question the very foundation of your cherished beliefs. Nothing is off limits to being questioned, which I think we've clearly stated that. Nothing. I mean the Bible too. The truth is strengthened by questions. Lies are weakened by them. And I like this. So question everything. If you think your Bible's the best thing in the world, question it. And like I tell people, it's about following God. It's not about following the Bible. Next paragraph. If science didn't ask questions, there would be no science. Likewise, if you aren't asking questions, you aren't growing. Asking questions allows you to grow. Asking the right question allows you to grow effectively. So it's not only about, again, can you imagine science without questions? It can't exist. That's what science is based on, questions and trying to find answers to it, solving those puzzles. And that's why, and that's likewise, it's the same thing in your spiritual path. And it's not only about asking questions, it's asking effective questions, good questions. So spend a little more time, sit still in meditation or just sit in your recliner and ask good questions. And if you know something's not a good question, you've asked the same question 50 times and haven't got an answer, leave it alone. Go ask something you can make progress on. You know, don't necessarily pick a tough question to ask. I mean, you can ask it, but if you ain't getting an immediate answer, then let go of it, and maybe somewhere down the line, and you've answered a bunch of small questions, the big question becomes obvious. You'll never know anything with complete certainty. Nothing in this life is certain. I mean, even my most fundamental truth that I know, which is everything is energy, it may all of a sudden spin on me. I don't think so. I'm 99% certain that's true. Don't look for complete certainty or perfection. Look for better. So then that's when I say, however, as you follow the way of growth, your certainty will grow. As your mind grows, your spirit grows, your essence grows, you start seeing things more clearly, get past more of your ego. Things that seemed impossible to solve in the past become more and more obvious. And you just keep growing in your knowledge and wisdom, and that's the whole point. I usually work diligently until 90% certainty is achieved. Then I let the remaining percentages come as they will. And so my point is, what you do is you strive. When you first, like I'll first get a revelation, and then I'll get more and more, and I'll sort of work diligently. And then once 90%'s hit, and I'm like, those percentages don't come easy at all. So I'm only about picking up the easy percentages, just like if you were picking apples off a tree, you'd pick the ones at arm level first before you start climbing trying to get to the top. So I just let the ones at the top fall off and I pick them off the ground when they come. That's the analogy. We all know things. When following the way of growth, you should start from a place of knowing, allow it to grow slowly from there, and never stray from it. And that's what I'm saying. Keep it simple, keep it small, baby steps. Question everything along the way, but never question anything too difficult. Baby steps. Enough said. Can you see how it's all interconnected? Attention and discipline strengthen your focus so you can ask deeper questions. So the more you're able to focus and keep all those other emotions out, you can stay focused on the question you're asking. Asking questions allows your mind to grow, while finding answers removes distractions. Both make it easier to apply attention and discipline. So asking questions grows your mind. Finding answers frees you from that ego or pleasure, whatever, and it allows more space in your mind to solve real problems. And again, the magic part is baby steps makes it all grow. In short, question everything, let the answer come to you, and be honest with yourself. Following the way of growth is about learning that frees your mind. And you know, science gets in a lot of trouble because it focuses on a lot of learning that don't necessarily free your mind. You know, what's the point of learning something if it's not going to improve you or grow you as a human being? So, you know, that's my whole point. If you would like to know more about following the way of growth, the link to the blog is in the information section of this video. And okay. Please rate, and later folks.